Welcome back to the We Are Famous show. I'm Simbo along with my partner CL. Man, and today it's a heavy day. It's the end of an era. The pound for pound king himself, Terence Bud Crawford, officially go hang him up. Man, CL, what it do?
Hey, what's happening, big homie? Doing all
Oh
right?
man, yeah, trying to get it, man. I see. Anytime we talk about boxing, man, you act like you going on a date or something. You be
Hey,
ready.
man.
You
Hey,
be
right.
ready, ready. You be
In
ready, ready.
today's time, once I start understanding what boxing look is, that's like
Yeah,
my first love right now, man.
yeah, but I hate to know more about it than you. You know, it's not a good look. But look, man, we seen boxers retire before.
Yeah,
Usually after a big loss, or they chasing their last paycheck. But man, this Bud thing, it hit a little different.
yeah.
Bud, Bud, Terence Bud Crawford, my guy. You know what I'm saying? When I've been back for all this time, I won money with Terence. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna retire at 38 years old, 42-0, 31 knockouts, 5 division champion. He retires as ESPN #1 pound for pound fighter and the only boxer in the 4-belt era with undisputed champ in 3 weight classes. And just, to finish putting the icing on the cake, he had a master class against Alvarez back in September. So I don't know why he leaving. CL, do you?
I don't know why either, man. I mean, because it's even though he made a lot of money in these last fights, it's still a lot of money on the table. I know he say he don't have nothing to prove, which at this point now he probably really don't have nothing to prove. But I'm surprised he picked now while he really on top because you got a whole bunch of boxing decals. I only really know about Terence Crawford within these last about 4 fights.
Yeah.
Long as his career is, you got a whole bunch of people still just now making Terence Crawford a household name coming out of their mouths right now.
Well, I seen 2 videos. Um, One, he posted it. It wasn't flashy. It felt kind of peaceful. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't stepping away because he couldn't fight anymore, but because he won, a different type of battle. The one you walk away on your own terms. That was his video. So this might be for real. You know what I'm saying? Then it was another video with what's my guy that got the boxing podcast,
What you
Wars.
talking? Andre Ward?
Yeah, he had an interview with a little shorter boxer, bald head dude. What's his name?
Tim Bradley.
Yeah, but that's it. I saw the Bradley interview, and Bradley was like, his team went picked him up. He came by himself, and the whole interview, man, he had much respect. And by the time he was only supposed to go 6 rounds or something, he went 4 because Bud kept stepping up with him. He's like, "Who is this guy?" So he said he had to
Right.
sign him, man. So it's all even from foes, the opposition. They always got something good to say about it, man. He a class act.
Yeah, but for his him retiring, man, I got to take him for his word because everything he say he gonna do, he normally do. So all I can do is take him for his word that he's actually gonna retire. And
Now you saying that, but when he fought Errol Spence, I don't know. Now you want to jump on the
even
bandwagon.
with
Yeah, you
Canelo,
jumping on the
I look
bandwagon.
at fights as still 50-50 fights. You gotta let everything still play out. You know what I'm
I,
saying? You just
I
gotta
I
let
I hear
stuff
you.
play
I
out.
ain't gotta let it.
And
I never had to let it play out with Bud. I was with it from the jump. But look, he leaving with a pristine record. Think about that: 42 fights, 31 knockouts. He never was officially knocked down. He never trailed on any judge scorecard in his entire career. He just won, man. He dominated.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
he had a different type of chip on his shoulder. He always had chip on his shoulder, and and it showed it in his fights. He got that killer instinct when he like a pit bull. When he tastes a little blood on you, he going for the kill. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if he really gonna retire, I mean his competitive nature is so big. I'm still thinking he don't come back and do something, but I got to take him for his word because, like I say, his word. He been a man who stand on his word his whole career. Always done what he say he gonna do. So hey, he got a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot in the community. So maybe
yeah.
he just want to step back and start giving back to put a little more time in with his kids and his community.
Hey man, I did something different this time. We actually live, and there's people in here, man. I want to shout out Keith King Man. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you joining us live, man. You know what I'm saying? This is if you're a boxing fan, this is a deep day right here because he the best right now. I think
Yeah.
some fans gonna be frustrated. There was much talk about him going for a 6 weight class at 160, or even that weird WBC sanctioning fee drama that happened a few weeks ago. Maybe that made him run away. I don't know. Do you think that dispute pushed him out the door?
No, no. What really happened? The guy who held 2 belts in that division, Janabek, he had failed for PEDs. The one who had 2 belts, because him and Islande Lara, the Cuban fighter, they were supposed to fight to unify belts. Which whoever won that fight would have had 3 belts. But Janabek, who hold two of the belts in that division, ended up failing for PED. So they end up him and Lara didn't fight. They gave a replacement for Lara. Lara beat his particular guy. He still hold his own belt, but Janabek failed for PEDs. So that's why that particular fight not gonna happen. He probably would have fought Janabek if Janabek would have beat Lara, if Lara, vice versa, whoever would have won, he'd have had a chance to fight for 3 belts. And because
Okay.
Janabek messed it up for everybody, so he fucked the money up. And the
Well,
fight.
hey man, that's how it go. But you know what, man? I think that the Canelo win was the peak. I don't think he had nothing else to prove. He took out Errol Spence Jr. in a defining welterweight fight in this generation because they was, two of the best. And then he went up against, the face of boxing, Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
If he stays, he just risking, that 0 win in his column for the money. He don't need it.
Well, they say Canelo wanted to try to shoot for the rematch, and I don't know if that really excited Terence Crawford. But I would have liked to see him rematch Canelo again. And this time, I think he could have been the first person to stop Canelo. And if he'd have rematched Canelo and stopped Canelo, that'd have really been the cherry in the ice on the Sunday cake, on the cake or whatever it's gonna be. That'd have been the icing on it for me. And then walking to the sunset, been the first one to stop Canelo Alvarez. I think that's what he should have shot for.
Well, it's a huge loss for Omaha too. He really put that city on the map, man, for boxing
Yeah.
because nobody knew about Omaha with boxing. For
I didn't
boxing.
know blacks was in Omaha.
Oh man, come on.
I think that movie Belly with I think Method Man was talking about Omaha slinging dolos and all. They
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Omaha. They kind
Well,
of showed a little bit of it.
homeboy say, I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, well, in this video, he say this isn't goodbye. It's just the end of one fight and the beginning of another. I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that his legacy is secured. The Hall of
Mm-hmm.
Fame is a lot. Terence
First
Bud
battle.
Terence Bud Crawford. He did it his way, man. So,
Yeah. First ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer.
first
Without
ballot,
a doubt. I know they had a lot
unanimous.
of decaps saying he don't have big names on his resume and all that there. But what he have done in boxing and always sought out to fight the best. So it's not like because some of the names he have on his resume, not big names. He always have sought out big names. He just couldn't get those fights. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
understand.
And his promoter even Bob Arum kind of held him back from even getting a Pacquiao fight. Bob said himself. They was on the same. They was both with ESPN, and that could have been one of the biggest names he had on his resume ahead of time. But Bob Arum, their own promoter, stopped that fight.
Well, man, look, I know you can go on and on. So, hey, if this your first time, don't make it your last time. You gotta subscribe to get notified. This the We Are Famous show. Look, if you want more about boxing, go follow Cars at Cars Corner 44, one word, on YouTube. So that's all for today, man. But what do you think? Is Bud really gone for good? Or does the itch bring him back in 26? Let us know in the comments. I'm Simbo,
I am CL.
and we are famous.
Acer, no chaser. Yeah. Bitch, we told him